I'm going to start off by looking at what I call first things first, so making sure that the operating system is up to date. It's, as a teacher, I know very frustrating. You've got a lot of students, although they've all got the same calculator, which is nice, they don't always have the same operating system, which means when you ask them to carry out a task, they may not be able to do that because their operating system's not up to date. So I'm going to look at that and also be demonstrating the SmartView software, as I said, that's on my screen. From there, John is going to look at getting all students on the same page, so resetting the handhelds, making sure students are in the right mode, setting, etc. I will then be looking at doing some tips and tricks with graphing on the TI-84 Plus, and finally, John is going to look at what have been classed, or what we have classed as the top 5 apps to put onto your TI-84 Plus, and where to find them, how to install them. So hopefully you'll learn something from a part of this webinar. Even just running through with the practice sessions, John and I have managed to pick up little tips ourselves with it. So, as we said, first things first. What a lot of students and some teachers don't realise is that the calculators are actually like a mini computer, so they do have an operating system. And it's a good idea to make sure check that they're running on the latest operating system, especially, you'll notice in my PowerPoint there, that the current version is 2.55 MP, which is for math print. So to check the operating system, it's a matter of pressing second function and memory and going into the About screen. So this gives them, you can see in my screen there that I'm on 2.55 MP, so I have got the latest operating system. Some students, I went into a class the other day and they were running 2.43, so we did an operating system upgrade. It's also a good idea, a lot of students don't realise that all the calculators have got their own product code there, and that can be very useful as well, and it points them to the TI website. So to do the update, what we need to do is we go to education.ti.com, and from that website, go to downloads. So you'll see in the ribbon across the top, you've got downloads, go to software, or you can go to upgrades. Whoops, sorry, go to the software. That gives you the latest information on your Inspire when you're getting there. Sorry about that one. In technology, you need to choose that you are doing the TI-84 Plus or TI-84 Plus Silver Edition, and you can choose to just go for the handheld operating system, or if you want to look at other items that are on there, all the other apps, the connectivity software, etc., you can get that, and by clicking on Find, then you have got the information. On this side here, there's just the one operating system. You'll see that actually this was put out in 2011, so it has been out for a little while. Most students that are just buying their TI-84 Plus calculators will most likely have version 2.55 MP, but if they've had it passed down from siblings, they've borrowed it from school, it may not be up to date. What you need to do here is click on where it says operating system. It will take you through to another screen. It shows you a little bit the math print, what it is like. So you'll see that our derivatives are now using the correct math symbolism, same with integrals, nicely set up there. What we need to do is get the operating system. So by clicking on that, what I usually do is just tell students when this box comes up is just continue as guest. They don't have to have an account. The good thing about having an account is it does track what they've already downloaded. So if they do create an account, have a username and password, it actually keeps their downloads, so they're not going and necessarily downloading again. They can actually just go back and get the information. Once you go through as continuous guest, what you need to be doing then is it is a good idea to save your operating system to your computer. So put it in a folder where you'll be able to find it, save it to your computer, and then open up that from your computer. So you'll see that I've got that information and those screens from the website there showing you that information, and as it says, choose Save to File. So when you then are going to open it up, so you'll go into where you have saved it, open it up. Now there's a couple of different ways that you are able to then transfer it to your calculator. What you do require to do the transfer to the calculator is you require your TI Connect software. TI Connect software is something that we need to make sure that our teachers and our students have on their computers at home or their school computers, and it's a good idea to have it on all of our school computers too, so that if students are doing this upgrade at school, if they're able to, we've got the TI Connect software there. So TI Connect software, again, you can get that from the TI website. It's a free download. They just need to install it. When they have got it installed, what they will notice is when they go to the file that they have saved, it will actually say right-click on it. It will ask them, do they want to send to device? So that's one option. The other option, to be able to do the transfer, you need to open up your TI Connect, which I'm just looking for my TI Connect now and have managed to misplace it on my desktop. If you'll just excuse me a moment to find it. Sorry. So you open up your TI Connect software and you'll see that you have the option here to send to TI device. You need to have the device connected, so they will have received with their calculator their USB to mini USB, and you use that to be able to transfer. Just getting everything back up here. Okay, so connect to TI device, open TI Connect, click on Send to Device, making sure that they have the device connected. We then need to click on Browse and find where they've saved their file and select their device. Finally, there is the option at the bottom to Send to Device, and that will then transfer across for them. Generally, what I will do in a class is I will connect one calculator to my computer, upgrade that one, and then I will have some of the micro USBs to micro USB cables, and I will then get that first student to transfer to another student. From there, you've then got two calculators that are connected. You get both of those to transfer. And this is where you can start talking about a nice little exponential situation, because we started with one. We then transferred, we had two calculators. We then go out from there, we're able to connect 4 calculators from there, and so on up through the line. It is a good idea when you're doing this to have the Smart View going at the same time, and I find to make sure that the students know what to do, to be able to follow through the link process. So in this case, both students need to go to link, which is second function, and then the X key. It is essential to make sure the receiving calculator is set up first. So to do that, once they've gone into the link menu, you right-click and you get receive, and they choose number 1. When they do that, it will then say on their screen, waiting. The other student who has the operating system remains on the send screen. They need to move down through the screens, and they will get to Send Operating System, which is option G. They will then click on either Enter or G. What will then happen is that it will detect the process and will then start to do the transmit process. So what they will then do is hit transmit, and they will get a message that it's been sent across. Once it's sending across, it will actually give a percentage complete information so that the students know how long they've got to wait and they can be watching that. Once you've done that, worked through all of your class, then everybody's up to date and you've got the same information, then they've got the same mode information. I'm just going to have to quit my send receive there. Not a good idea to have hit send receive or send there because my computer is and my SmartView software is actually trying to find a connected calculator. So good idea to get to that stage, but don't actually hit enter with those. So that you don't end up with your calculator stalling as I have there. Once you've done your class upgrade, good idea to collect back all those USB cables. Students have got it up to date and they're then ready to go ahead with the lessons that you're wanting to do. As I said, I'm using the emulator here. It provides you with the ability to project, so using your data projectors to be able to project up. You'll notice as I was following through with some of the instructions there and pressing the buttons that they were becoming red, so the students are actually able to see the button that I have pressed. You can show a key press history, so you have got that ability there. For any students that you're not sure if they'll be able to keep up, they were late arriving to class, the key press history is there. The other option that you have got as well is to show any of your previous if you're doing graphing, previous screens there. So you've actually got an equation screen, a table screen, and a graph screen. So you can show that. You also have the ability to be able to show the colour version of the TI-84 Plus. So I like this from a demonstration point of view, so that students can actually see that it is actually different coloured lines when you're graphing the various lines. So that's the TI-84 C Silver Edition. You will notice, though, it does have a more up-to-date operating system, which is only available for the colour calculators and the colour emulator, because that is obviously the latest of the calculators. So it can be a good idea if you're doing graphing to have different colours there, but generally you go to the TI-84 and that way it's looking the same as what the students have got.